Hi friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today is the 4th day of the 12 days of Christmas. I'll let you know more about that in a few minutes, but if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda. This is my Oliver, and if you're returning, we are so thankful for all of you. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, here is the first side of my double-sided tray. So I'm going to use Waverly chalk paint in the color Hazelnut and this extreme glitter silver acrylic paint. I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paints in the color white and crimson. I'm going to use this decal that I got off of Cricut. And you guys, after I got done weeding it and all, I decided I wanted to find a stencil for the other side. And I started looking through my stencil and look at this. This is almost the exact same kind of thing. And it's like, oh my goodness, I could have just used this for that. But oh well. So if you don't have a Cricut, I did get that stencil off of Amazon. It came in a pack with other ones, including this one. Good price, so you can always check out Amazon. Okay, these are some, I believe, 1x3s. It was a big one that I had from Home Depot. I cut it down to 13.5 inches. And then I'm going to use these 3 wood planks. So I'm going to start off by, I removed all the hangers and stuff, and I'm taking my wood glue, no hot glue, just wood glue. I'm going along the edges of the board here, and I'm going to connect the two. Now, I know that's not completely connected. I'm going to do the same thing with the third one. I'm going to connect that to the boards as well. No need to clamp because the next step will secure them. So this is just that added glue for extra support here. And it was kind of messy doing it this way. I did have to wipe the excess glue off. But I took those 1x3s. I think that's what they are. I was going to measure them and I never did. But I'm adding my wood glue and hot glue to the bottom. And then I'm going to go over the top on the edge here, just like that. I'm going to do the same thing with the second one. I'm going to use the wood glue and the hot glue again. The wood glue is for permanent hold. The hot glue is for immediate hold. I'm going to go over the other end, just going right up to the edge and right up to the ends. And then look, there was glue seeping through. So after I got my table all wiped off, I wiped off the back side of this, and then I'm going to add the same strips to this. Now, if you don't, have a long piece of wood, you can always use the 12-inch chunky slats that Dollar Tree has. In fact, that's what I was going to use. They were going to be a little shorter than my tray here, but I only had 3 and I needed 4. So I remembered I had this piece of wood, so I just went and cut it down with my miter saw. And so if you don't have a miter saw, or you could use those Dollar Tree wood pieces. So I was going to paint those wood pieces with the crimson and then the middle white, but I decided to paint it all white, and I'll show you why I changed my mind and what I did instead in a little bit. So I'm adding my decal here, and I'm just going over it. This is stencil paper. I guess you could call it stencil vinyl. That's what I want to say. So I'm just using my transfer sheet to get it onto the front of my tray here. And I'm slowly pulling this off because there was when you weed for a stencil, you keep all the little pieces intact, and I didn't want any of them to come up because, they can come up very easily. So that's why I was going so slow. So I'm taking my crimson color, and I'm going to go over all of the words plus the little sleigh with that crimson by going up and down with the dabbing motion and my stencil brush. I decided I was going to paint the middle circles there, but instead I decided just trace it with a pen. And then I'm going to go over the snowflakes with that glitter, silvery glittery acrylic paint. Now, I wanted to keep this very simple and generic. I didn't add any words to those circles. I know by looking at my analytics that most of my viewers are around my age or older, so we don't have little kids at home to have a Santa's milk and cookie tray. So I wanted to make sure that this could pertain to anybody. So I decided to keep that blank. If you have kids at home and want to recreate this, you could always, either create a decal that says milk, cookies, and carrots, or you could write it in, or whatever. But I wanted to keep this just kind of more generic for those of us who don't have little kids at home. So as you can see on the edges, what I did there, you'll see how I did that on the other side, but I'm just going over all of this side with the dishwasher safe Mod Podge, because this will be in a kitchen and I just want to make sure it's all protected. And so then after that, I will stop here for a minute and do some housekeeping, and then we'll get back to it. So today is day number 4. It is the cookie and milk tray placemat, whatever, challenge. And this is, like I said, day number 4 of 12 days of DIYs, Christmas DIYs. I'm the host, as well as Amanda with Molly Cole Creations. So make sure you check out her channel and the playlist. I'll have all the links in my description box for lots of fun DIYs. Okay, and for celebration of recreation. Valerie, look at these cute gnomes she made. They are so cute, Valerie. And if you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase for you, you can send pictures to my email address that's listed there, or you can send them to me through Facebook Messenger or Instagram. I'm always happy to showcase them for you. I also want to quickly say thank you to all my subscribers. You guys mean the world. If you're new here and enjoy today's video, hit that subscribe button before you go. I would appreciate it. Okay, here is the B side of my tray. So I took this stencil that I got from Amazon and I taped it down on my tray, and I did tape over some of the areas that I knew was going to be brown, because I knew I'd get red on it. So once I was done with the red, I took off that tape and I went over the gingerbread guys and the word gingerbread with the brown. But you guys, this thing bled. I should have probably used Mod Podge or white over the stencil before I started doing this. But normally when I tape it down, I normally do good and don't have to worry about it. But it bled big time. It was horrible. I was so disappointed when I got done. So I ended up spending most of the day trying to fix all the bleed. And I'm only going to have this one DIY here, which is basically 2, because I just ran out of time. I had one more really cute idea, but yeah, I ran out of time. So, and I'm not going to stress myself out. So I thought, okay, 1 is going to be it for this, but it's really kind of 2. But anyways, so this is what I did. I taped the sides down. Now, when I used another piece of that painter's tape to use as a spacer before I laid the next one down. Hopefully I should have showed you that, but honestly, I was talking on the phone with Kathy Joe when I did it. So, but that's how I got them straight. And then I just used my red paint here. And I don't know why I didn't put painter's tape down on the tray part, because as you can see, I'm making a mess. So I did have to go over all of that with my white paint, and I just felt like that's all I did with this tray, was just go in and cover issues. But anyways, I really love how it came out. I think it's adorable. I love this side of it. It's so cute, and I love the other side. So my thought was, if you have kids, you could turn it over to this side on Christmas Eve. And then when you don't during Christmas, you can have it on this side. I don't know. I just thought it was fun. So you have to let me know what you think about it. That is all I have for you today. So stay tuned for tomorrow for day number 5, which is signs. And with all that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.